What's up, people? It's Geoffrey back here with the first video in over 2 months. I know it's been a while, and I'll get into that in a minute. But in the background, you're going to be joining me for one of my upper body days, where I was putting a lot of focus on the upper back. In wrestling, how much you can pull is a lot more important than how much you can push. So I decided to drop back and really focus on my back strength, because I got to the point where I would kind of just use the rest of my body to move weights on something like a barbell row instead of my back. And so I dropped the weight and wanted to build back up to the point where I know it's me moving the weight. As you can see, the format that I'm kind of doing is where I do some kind of pull first, which is the row, right to a push, the weighted dip, right to some kind of ab variation, where I'm trying out these little snatch grip, side bend things. These actually are harder than they look. You should try it. Like, you feel like you're going all the way over, but you're really not moving at all. Definitely hits up the obliques a lot, which I like. And now we're moving on to 205. You know, it's decent weight, moving well. Anyways, as to where I've been, for those of you who don't know, I recently moved into college. I'm a freshman at Ohio Wesleyan University, where I'm a double major, and I'm also a wrestler, and I play rugby here. So I've been a little bit of a busy man. School and wrestling are my #1 priorities here, and season just started about a week ago for wrestling. So it's going to be hard to stick to a consistent upload schedule, but I will still post, and I've got a lot of great content planned for the near future. So stay tuned for that. Back to the workout, where we load up 225 in the bar for barbell rows. This used to be a weight where I'd have to really jerk up and down in the bar for it to move, and I didn't feel like I was getting anything out of it. But now I'm at the point where it's actually my back moving the bar, which is good. I also managed to hit 2 plates in the weighted dip today, which isn't that impressive in the grand scheme of things. There are some guys out there who can do this with 4, 5, 6 plates, but I'll get there someday, but I'm not there yet. I still have a lot of potential in this lift, and I think that once I get up to 3 plates for the working sets, that I can definitely increase my bench press and overhead press, and that's the main goal and why I'm placing it, giving it more emphasis in the bench press in my training right now. Just curious to see how that's going to affect it. I mean, I'm young, I can still figure out what works and what doesn't work. But here I found some heavier dumbbells at my college than I did at my high school. Pulled out the 120s. Back in high school, all we had were 110s. That's the heaviest it got. And so when I first came here, I thought the weights were going to be a lot heavier. Then I saw one of my guys take the 125s and just do it for 15 reps. I'm like, okay, this can't be that heavy. It's always good to have your glass ceilings broken. This is just another way that happened. A little later in the workout, did a lot of back work earlier, so I was a little fatigued at this point. Now we see that I'm doing the bench presses for a little more volume. It's 195. It's technically body weight if I were down in my weight class, but we're not going to talk about that. It's not that heavy. Even with the fatigue, I can still move it decently well. The third exercise in this little assistance set are gable face pulls, where I'm just trying to keep my shoulders healthy throughout the season, especially as I start cutting down. Wrestling places your shoulders in a lot of dangerous positions and stress all the time, so it's good to keep those healthy. So only get 1 pair. That's most of the workout. Appreciate you guys sticking with me throughout this break, and look forward to future videos. They're going to be good.